know you have asked yourself, how are other Christian coaches and service providers creating 5 to 10K months within their business? Well, within today's video, that is exactly what I'll share. I'll give my exact steps and what I implemented and also what you can start to implement within your business for you to create the same results. And so before I go into all of the details, I want to make sure that you guys like and subscribe so that way we can continue to reach more women within the marketplace who feels called to either start their business, grow, or scale it to 6 figures. And if this is your first time watching my channel, hey girl, I am super excited to have you here. My name is Aundra and I am the founder of Audaciously Wild, which is a Christian network, events, and also business educational programming designed to help Christian women to either start, grow, or scale to 6 figures within the marketplace. I'll be sure to attach some links so that way you can check us out, check out the community, check out the vibe, check out the programming, the resources, and to see what is the hype about being audacious, okay? And also, drum roll, da, 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 we are hosting our very first in-person conference in Los Angeles, California to help you to learn how to start or grow or scale your business to 6 figures. And so I'm so excited to see you there. And so if you guys watch this video in its entirety, there is going to be a bonus at the piece of the end of the video to help you to sign more paying full clients than ever before. And what you can do also for you to create not just 5 to 10K months, but having 5 to 10K days or hours within your business, which that is the vibe and that is what we want. And so making 5 to 10K months is easier than what you imagine. And so the first thing that I want for you to prioritize is the pricing of your services. Now, there's multiple types of business models, but I want to first talk about the type of business model that you need to create in order for you to make 5 to 10K months. And that is to have a high ticket business model. And within a high ticket business model is that we have more premium services starting at $1,500. Now, within a non-traditional business model is that we'll see services based around $97, $47, $497, right? It's usually always rounding off in the charm pricing. And so you want to make sure that you do not have a traditional business model because traditional business models always depend upon having volume for you to create those high cash months or those high sales months within your business. And so we want to make sure that you have a high ticket business model, a premium based business model where you can step into creating those high cash months or those high sales months. And so the baseline of your services, you want to start it at $1,500, right? So within the industry, there's this golden price that is $1,500 for 12 weeks, which is 3 months. And based upon the $1,500 is that you will start to refine the service a little bit more to make it to reflect what the type of value that you are bringing into the market. Okay, so we're going to do an exercise. We want to start at $1,500, which is the baseline of the service. Now, I want for you to think about the cost. I want for you to think about the inclusions that you are going to do. I want for you to think about the resources. I want for you to think about how much time it took you to create. I want for you to also think about profit. Now, as you start to think of all those things, then now you will start to see that your program is now more refined, it's now more robust, and it reflects actually the idea of what you are bringing to the forefront. A lot of Christian women within the marketplace, we struggle with pricing our services. And so by outlining all of these steps, and every step you want to think about either adding in $500 or $1,000. So the call is valued at $1,500 just for the cost, right? Resources are valued at $500. Everything is now having a market value, and you can start to see for yourself how you are underpricing for your services. Now, that is going to be the person that really identifies, that can go from a checklist, right? And as you start to end the checklist, you will start to say like, whoa, after I did it, this price for my coaching services or my services is that it needs to be priced at $6,000. And that may feel good for you because as you started to outline, it makes sense for you to charge $6,000 instead of $1,500. Okay. So there's going to be another exercise because I know that there are some people out there that's listening and they're like, okay, Aundra, that sounds good and all, but right? I want for you to do the second exercise, and that is to pay attention to the lower half of your face whenever you think of money, because your body is going to tell you what is a good pricing for you that makes you feel safe. The second half is that most people, we waver in our pricing because we don't feel safe in our pricing. So we want to have a regulated nervous system, and we want for you to feel confident in whatever it is that you are charging. So pay attention to the bottom half of your face. And sometimes if you list a number or if we say things that kind of stretch us, we'll make this face like, ooh, we'll do that. And so I want for you to pay attention to your face, to your body, how you tense up, because we want for you to be neutral around money. Being neutral around money means that if $1,500 feels the same as $6,000, then charge $6,000 for the service. If $1,500 feels the same as $3,000, then charge $3,000. But we want to pay attention to how you tighten up your body when you think about charging, because this is going to be an identifier for those people that just can't immediately think of a number, charge that for their services. We want to pay attention to our body because we don't want to waver. We don't want to underprice. Now, once you go ahead and check out the description box, there's going to be a link in there called a pricing guide to help you to identify how much your services should be and to go through this exercise also, to go through the checklist, pay attention to your face and your body and how you tighten and tense up. And that's going to help you to identify where you need to price your services at. Okay. The next thing is that I want for you to identify how you are going to grow, how you're going to nurture, and how you're going to sell. The majority of us is that we have this idea of, I'm going to make it, but I don't know exactly how to do it. And so within this three-step process, you are able to identify all of the steps. So how are you going to grow? The one thing that you need to implement within your business for you to grow your audience and to grow your lead pool is that you have to share results. You have to share transformation in your personal brand testimony, your personal brand story, or just anything that gives you authority, personal authority, or just overall authority. Okay. This is how you're going to grow your audience with people who view you now as a solution to whatever it is that they are in need of. The second half is how you are going to nurture, is that I want for you to think of something that is so good, such as an event or such as a lead magnet that will gravitate all of the people into one space and that will call in all of your warmest leads. I want for you to put them inside of this space, and I want for you to educate. I want for you to teach. I want for you to empower. I want for you to lead, because your ideal clients need to see you operating in your realm of expertise. Most people as service providers, they overlook this step, right? So if you are a service provider, do not overlook creating things that will activate your audience. It's not solely just because you are, an expert and you have a service that you can't create events or you can't create resources. If anything, you are the type of business model that needs to create more, because you are typically serving business to business and not business to consumer. And so you want to create things that are so good that your ideal audience, once they see it, they can immediately say, I need to be a part of this. She gets it, he gets it. And I want to make sure that I am inside of here being activated. Okay, so the last thing is, how am I going to sell? We do not sometimes have a clear sales process. So you'll oftentimes see people unsure of what it is exactly to do in order to buy from you. So we want to have a clear sales process. How will they enroll? How will they know more? Well, do you want for them to send you a message? Do you want for them to email you? Do you want for them to find out more about the offer through social media? Having a clear sales process will allow for you to make more confident decisions and also to create an audience that is confident enough to work with you. Okay. So the last bonus step on how you are going to sign more pay in full clients than ever before is that you want to romanticize your offer and the incentive. I want for you to think of something that your ideal audience look to your business for. And if they were to see you doing that particular thing, that it will draw them over the edge. Now, this could be price discounting. This could be giving them free access to another upcoming program. This could be also giving them limited time resources. This could be also just being maybe a private podcast where they can come in and get more insight and information. You want to think of the thing that makes your offer so good that if someone not only was to see the offer, that they will say that this is for me because you listed your personal transformation. The offer is outlined beautifully. Everything is so juicy. Within the first point, we mentioned that. And then now the pricing and also the incentive, it draws me over the edge. Most people, when they are thinking of an incentive, that they'll try to create incentive only with a pay in full discount or a money off value. But you want to think of, what do my ideal audience want? What do my ideal clients want? This may not be all the time a price discount. So if you want more pay in full clients, start to romanticize your offer and the incentive to get people to join inside. This is how I was able to create 5 to 10K months within my business. And this is also what we'll teach within my program, is the Audaciously Wild or the Audaciously Wealthy program, for you to start to create 5 to 10K months. So I'm going to go ahead and to attach a link also within the description box that where you can go and to book a free sales calls with me. So that way we can understand more about your business and how you can make this strategy more of your own. We have had clients come inside of the programmings where they came in and they were struggling to even sell $200 offers, and then they increased the price to $5,000, and they have been able to continuously to sell it. And so I know that implementing the things that I mentioned within this video, grabbing a hold of the free resources, in addition, taking it to the next step by booking a sales call, that you will be able to have the access and also the information to see your results start to expand and to collapse, where you start to step into your next 5 to 10K month. So I'm super excited to have you guys a part of the community and also to be inside of the programmings. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to the channel so that way we can continue to teach more women how to start, grow, or scale their business to 6 figures. All right, you guys, until next time, I'll talk to you soon.